Now in this video, I wanted to see the actual message, and for some reason it's not showing up. It's always deleting. So I got to find out what's going on. So let's try to check it out and find out why it's deleting. So what I want to do here is I want to click on the debugger, but before I do that, I need to set up a breakpoint. I'll click there. Okay, there it goes. And I only want to actually run the code for these two scenarios. So I will comment these guys out because this is the scenario that's not working, these two. All right, then I'll click on the debug console, and that should get the debug. It's getting ready to start. And I'll click here to start it. So now we're not going to run Node from the console. We're going to click here and say start debugging. It's going to actually run this code. Okay. And I think it's trying to run the index.js. So let me stop it. Let me close this. Let me close others right here. Let me see, how do I get it to focus on just this one that we're in right now? So I'm going to close this right here. Let's go to midterm. Let me focus on that. Let me try to debug it again. Let's click on debug. Okay, so the issue it's having here, it's trying to figure out which ones I'm trying to run. And I think by default, it's going to run index.js. So I want this to actually load my midterm. So let's change this to midterm. Let's save it. And let's debug it again. Okay. Let's go one more. Database, not database, I'm sorry. This is called business. And let's launch it again. There we go. Okay. So usually I would just get rid of these errors just to show that I'm perfect and I never make errors. But for this video, I'm going to leave it the way it is. So it's stopping here, and it should have executed this line right here, the x3, which should have the -1 in there. So if I move my mouse here, that's the -1 that it has in there. So let's do a step over. Okay, so let's see here. It's -1. Let's step over. We're just parsing it to float again. -1. Midterm status, of course, is failing, which is not good either, because a -1, nobody gets a -1. Okay, now let's do the midterm status. This will check to see if the person, oh, so this is the problem I'm having here. I just realized that. I should be testing for a number, you know. This does not contain the number. It should be input score. I'm sure some of you saw that in the video already, but I was just tired to realize that this should be actually input score that it should be comparing to 100. All right, so let me stop this. I found the error. Let's change this to input score, input score. Now I think if we run it in the terminal, let's do a new terminal. Make sure you're in the business terminal. So I'll do cd into business. Let's do node midterm. hit enter. Good, now it's working. So again, we had the wrong variable here. Some of you might have saw that already, but again, I might be a little tired and I didn't see it. Okay, so invalid range cannot be less than 0, which is correct in this case. And invalid range cannot be greater than 100. So now we've got this working fully. And our goal now is to make this work with the web resource in the next video. With that, good luck and good coding.